So this game pretty much starts out at the northern Devira River on top of a Russian dam. You, being 007, has to infiltrate the dam and try as hard as you can not to be spotted.
Welcome to Russia. MI6 has given us the go-ahead on the mission. Let's wait until the last truck passes. I'll take the guard on the left. You take the one on the right.
So in this level, the point is to be as sneaky as you can.
Now, let's go.
Because the sneakier you are, the better you can get at this game. You can subdue these guys, so you can kill them silently.
Nice work, James. Just like old times. You take the tower, but watch out for that sniper. I'll get the truck.
So this is one of those levels that you have to be as sneaky as you possibly can. So my gun is equipped with a silencer. If you don't know what a silencer is a piece of equipment that can, well, silence a gun's sound. But you won't always need the gun, as I just showed you. If you want to subdue someone silently, you go up behind them when they're not looking at you, and you press the right analog stick button. But I'm not going to do it here because they're talking. See? You have to be careful or else they'll spot you. If they spot you, it turns into a gunfight. You should always look for additional equipment when you're fighting.
We've got company heading to the bridge. Can you handle it?
You should always look for guns with silencers when you're playing this game, because those help you a lot. This one does not have a silencer on it. So when you shoot someone, everyone else will hear you.
Target's down.
Area clear. I'm moving to the truck.
Moving to your location.
Just so you know, if you're ever near a truck that you can't get into and you shoot this gas tank, it will explode. But this one will not. It won't explode because, well, I don't know why, but it just won't.
Nobody ever dive in too careful. Words to live by. So how much do you know about Oromov? Only what I read in the dossier. But after the fall of the Soviet Union, he became jealous of the oligarchs. All their new money and went into business, freelancing for himself. Up ahead, the checkpoint. We're running 6 minutes behind. If anything goes wrong, be prepared to move. How's your Russian these days? Как всегда, хорошо.
In this part, they're talking in Russian.
Эй, ты! Выходи из грузовика.
В чем проблема, сержант?
Спецдоставка из Москвы. 15 минут никого не гостя. Почему я никогда не видел тебя? Ты новый?
Переведи.
Давайте документы. Я сказал, выходи из грузовика.
And now there are parts like this in the game where you just pretty much shoot everything you see. For me, I think these are the least fun parts. Because first of all, you can't control where you're going, and second of all, it's so easy to die in this part. Even though this is the most intense part of the game, it sure isn't the most fun for me. And there are parts like this where you have to press a certain button to not die. And if you do die, you have to start all over. Which kind of sucks. Oh yeah, here's a little thing that I learned. If you shoot this guy, nothing will happen at all. It is amazing how much James Bond can survive in this game. He survives jumping off the Hoover Dam with no parachute.
Look!
And
What are they doing with one of those?
And he survives rolling over in a huge army truck.
Let's move!
What the hell is happening up there? Have you heard anything new? Нет. It's probably just another surprise inspection. They used to let us know beforehand.
And there are points like this where you have to breach the room. The breach puts everything in slow motion so you can kill everything faster. So no one will alert anyone of your arrival.
Did you see that helicopter? Yeah? What of it?
It looked EMP hardened, designed to survive an electromagnetic pulse.
The blast from the weapons cache will take care of it.
I'm getting a picture for MI6.
Don't waste your time. You'll be late reaching the rendezvous point. Get on with it. I'll cover you.
At this point, if you remember playing the old 007, there were always these alarms that were really annoying. But for some reason, this is the only one I could ever find in the entire game of this one. Don't use it. Just don't be dumb. Because I'm going to show you what happens when you use it. Everyone is alerted to your presence. But when you shoot it, the alarm stops.
Get here!
So this is one of those other parts, besides being sneaky. Sometimes you can get put into a full-on gunfight. This is what happens when you die. Blood runs down the screen. And yeah, that's pretty much it. For me, my favorite weapons are the pistols because they're fast to reload and they're fast to shoot. Always look for secret hidden passageways that you can use because it won't alert any guards and it'll be a lot faster too. So right now they don't even know I'm here. If you can ever get around enemies without having to kill them, you try that. And if you can avoid a gunfight, do it, because that's how a lot of people get killed really easily in this game. With a full-on gunfight that they just can't handle. Always look for secret weapons, too, because secret weapons can be anywhere in this game. Secret rooms, secret weapons, whatever you can find, just take it and use it. whenever you see a lock like this, you can do one of two things to open it. There are no keys in this game. You can either shoot it or hit it. I'm gonna hit it. Alright, here's a situation that I think could be avoided. If you walk through this door, you'll alert that guy, which will alert every single person in that room. But, if you see a secret way through, like here, you can use it. This won't alert anyone to your presence at all, and it just makes the game a lot more fun since you're sneaking through everywhere. But if you're the kind of guy who likes gunfights in games, just shoot a really loud gun in a room.
But we are soldiers, not engineers. Perhaps you should mention it to him. Right after he asks for the status of the turbines. What? You try to get me shot? At least then you will die like a soldier. Look, just be glad you are here, not in another Chernobyl.
Haha! If you ever want a real challenge, try and win a level with just a pistol. It's really fun. But it is also very challenging at the most. And if you ever don't like the way a level's turning out, just die.
Cover me! Reloading!
Now, here's the part that you can use a smartphone. The way to use a smartphone is you press the down arrow button. And then, whatever you have to do with it, just do. You can take pictures. You can see what people look like. You can do anything with this thing. It's pretty awesome.
When you finish with your holiday snaps, Bond, meet me at the rendezvous. We're running out of time.
We are under attack! He's hit. Open fire!
Whenever you see a lot of damage on your screen, duck behind cover and get your health back. That'll make this game a ton easier for you.
I have created a little diversion to cover our exit. James, have you reached the rendezvous yet?
I hate the parts where you have to be on the ladders because you're so slow. You can either climb up, which is the slowest of all.
I thought that after the fall of communism, the Russians might have invested in some 21st century transportation by now.
If you check your radar, all the red dots mean that there are bad guys around. Now you can either fire from the hip, or you can fire with steady aim by holding down the left trigger. Steady aim makes your aiming so much easier. I'm not even just saying that, like, it makes it so much easier that you can aim so much better with it.
Get your hands in the air!
Here's what I'm talking about, this little cutscene right here.
Take off your parachute.
They've got you at gunpoint.
Hand it over. If you insist.
And you can't do anything about it because there's so many of them. He goes to give him his parachute. And here's what's amazing. He just dives right off with no parachute or anything.
See reflections on the water, more than darkness in the depths. See him surface and never a shadow. On the winds I feel his breath.
And it goes into this.
Goldeneye found his weakness. Goldeneye will do what I please. Goldeneye, no time for sweetness. But a bitter kiss will bring him to his knees. You'll never know. Watch you from the shadows as a child. You'll never know. Feels to get so close and be denied. It's a gold and honey trap.
That was the first level. Now I'm going to show you a few things that you can do on other levels. Instead of just the campaign, there's something called M16 Ops. There's three things: elimination, defense, and stealth. I'm going to show you elimination first. Now, you could put infinity ammo on and an RPG, whatever you want. You can do pretty much whatever it lets you do. But you still have to defeat all the enemies in a timely manner to win.
Bond, look for additional weaponry before you engage the enemy. Hostiles are heading your
Here's a
way.
little tip. If you shoot that gas tank right when those guys come out, you'll have 5 gone already. So always do that. It'll help you out a lot later. Wait a second. if you open these boxes in here, you can get some really good weaponry. You also have grenades, which really don't do anything much for you. And you have mines, which if you use the mines, the way to use them is your smartphone. So you can either just mess around or actually try.